Hello, welcome back. This video is how to make a paper feather. You can use paper wire or jewellery wire, just some thin sort of 2 or 3 mil size sort of crafting wire is really useful for this craft. Then you can bend and shape your feather any which way you like. For this you will need scissors, some wire of any sort that we just talked about, and some brown paper tape. You can get the paper tape in different colours. I believe you can get a white. You'll have to look on Amazon for that. That's where I got mine from. The paper tape is usually used for packaging. Cut a piece of wire to your desired length. I'm using a brown paper wire here. I wouldn't make your feather too big. Just while you're starting to learn how to do this, I would keep it fairly smallish because it can get just a bit too sticky with the tape as I'm cutting that for the next step. So roll out your sticky tape, sticky side up, and then take your wire. Just leave a little bit gap at the top. This will be the top of your feather. So yeah, it will sort of bend about the tape a bit. So this is where it can get a bit tricky. And then take a next bit of tape and roughly measure how much you'll need to put on top. So cut this next bit of the tape, and you just want to be really careful as you place one end on top of the other and smooth down slowly as you go, trying to avoid any creases or air pockets, and then just smooth it all out. I like to smooth down the middle of the wire, as you've just seen. Just make sure there's no creases and smooth everything out. Make sure everything's stuck down. I like to put a longer length of wire on mine so I can wind it round something for hanging. Or you can always cut this bit off if you don't want it as long. That's absolutely fine when you've actually finished your feather. Next step is to shape your feather by cutting into the tape with your scissors. And if you study feather shapes, there's just an infinite amount of different shapes of feathers from different birds and creatures. So if you want to have a study of looking at some different feather shapes, do so. Otherwise, use your imagination and just cut into it as you wish. And you can always shape it afterwards again. So this could be, a leaf or part of a flower formation. It doesn't have to be a feather. So you could make all sorts of things, which I can show you in other video tutorials in the future. Now take your scissors again and start cutting into your feather if you wish to shape it more and to create texture and some fringing. And you cut little slots out to create a bit more realistic feather shape. If you wish, you don't have to at all. I've made feathers where I haven't cut into them at all. I've just relied on the simple outline shape. So it's up to you. If you want to colour, I would do the colouring first, and then right at the end I would cut into creating the texture. But I've cut it into it now just to show you how you do it. But you can just leave it like that, just plain. If you want to, you don't have to colour it at all. Yeah, it's totally up to you. You can use pens and markers and paint and watercolour pens, permanent markers, felt tips. We've tried all sorts.